Things you should avoid on a first date. On today's podcast, Cece's going to share with you guys some of the things that you shouldn't do on the first date.
We're going to share.
Well, we're going to share some of the things you shouldn't do on the first date. So stay tuned.
That's right. Hey, Blissful friends. Welcome back. Welcome back to another... What? Can I just say my part
go ahead, say.
without you looking at me like you're about to say something? What did I say wrong? Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Cece, and I'm joined by my crazy husband here.
Hey, everybody. This is Will, and welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. If this is your first time, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so we can notify you when this video come out. Mm-hmm. And this is a weekly podcast.
Sure
and in here,
is.
Cece talks about...
We're going to do that again, baby. On this podcast, we talk about love, family, relationships, whatever else is going on. We're going to talk about it here.
Just those two
Period.
things.
Okay.
Just love and relationship. That's it.
We do. And that's okay. There's a lot that needs to be, that needs to be said out there. So
That's it. Now,
Yes.
now we're going to get into her blissful moment. But it's been yours lately, you know?
okay, now how about it's yours now, babe? What is your blissful
I
moment?
don't have any.
You don't have any?
No.
Labor Day is coming up.
Actually, I have no plans for Labor Day.
You don't?
Well, let me take this back. I have plans. I'm working.
Yeah, we're working.
I got some client stuff I got to wrap up. So, it's work. Talking
Yeah.
about take some time off to celebrate labor. Take some time off to do some more work.
Some home labor. Work labor and home labor is two different things.
So, but yeah, Labor Day is coming. Normally, we would travel and go somewhere with the kids. We're in a recession,
And last year,
And
we
there's
were in
COVID.
COVID.
and I got work to do. So,
It is what it is.
going over with the kids won't happen until the end of the year. They're good with it.
They're okay. They're
Yeah,
fine.
they got their Roblox to play with.
They got their games. What is that thing called? The PlayStation? The GameStop?
No, it's not coming out. That won't come out until next school holiday. No.
Yeah, so they have their stuff that they're not worried about going somewhere this holiday. I mean, who says you got to take a trip to somewhere every?
Oh, a lot of companies do. They want you to
holidays,
go
right?
spend money. So yes, there's a lot of people that want you to go to
Listen,
places.
things are so expensive out. Like I'm not about to force it if we don't have to. That's how I feel. If we don't have to go somewhere, I'm okay with being home. Lately, I feel like my peace, my home, being home with the family or just be local is really a good feeling, right?
It is, but she's also the same person when she gets tired of being home. She's like, we got
True that.
We got to go somewhere. I can't do this.
Yeah, you're right.
See, me
you're
on
right.
the other end, I can stay as long as
You're a homebody.
Yeah,
I am a homebody too. I am too, but I think sometimes I get tired of being home.
That's why I'm a homebody. I like to do stuff. If I can find things at home to do, it keeps me occupied. And if I'm occupied, it doesn't matter where I am. As long as I'm doing something.
Yeah. But I guess because I'm home all the time, so I get tired of being home on the weekend.
Yeah, that would happen.
Because it's like, okay, if I'm home, first thing I do is grab my laptop. I may be watching something on Netflix on the weekend, but I still have my laptop. I'm still thinking of my business, right? It's like, when do I ever disconnect?
And that's
When do I ever disconnect it?
It's good to be away.
When do I ever get disconnected? Right?
When you go away somewhere. Yeah. Like when you took that trip to Disney, you forgot you had a laptop.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
It was good. It was a good trip. It was a good.
It's gonna be a year in like 3 months. I think.
Already?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I know.
But anyways, listen here. Labor Day is coming up. It's this weekend. Monday. We ain't doing nothing. We'll be home.
Well, I'm doing something because I'm working.
I'm working too. I'm working, but not labor work. You are doing labor work.
Yeah, because I'm working.
You're not working on the client stuff. You're working on the house
the
stuff.
project. So that.
But we'll be here. We'll be here to help you. I think it's something's going to be. I feel like it's going to be a family project where we all kind of like all hands on deck and work on it together and get it done.
Hopefully that's the case.
Or not. But yes, guys, I really, really wish you guys is there such thing as a happy Labor Day?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Never wished anyone happy Labor Day.
Here's the thing. I hope you take the time to be with your family, or if you're barbecuing, just go for it. Like if you want to take a day to rest and do nothing, just do that.
It's your day. You do with it as you may.
It's your day. But now let's get back into the topic of the day. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I cannot wait to hear what my husband has to say. Things to avoid on your first date, y'all. We're gonna get some lessons. So grab a pen and piece of paper and take note from the master here. Okay? Listen, baby.
See how she puts me on.
Yes.
She puts me on the spot.
Yes.
I sure did. Like when I dated her.
I sure did.
Or when we had our first date, I didn't know there was certain things you don't do. I thought you know anything goes.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes. So yeah, the things you should not do on your first date.
Yeah, or your first meeting.
So I would say no doubt dating is tough, but I don't know. Is dating really tough? I know some people think it's tough, and it could be. I mean, you're meeting someone you haven't met before. Mm-hmm. You're getting to know someone you've never met before. And maybe if this is your very, very first date, you've never dated before. You're like,
right.
I don't know what to do. And some of you would get so scared that you would try to be someone you're not. You try to show you know stuff when you don't. Right? Yes. Imagine you're a man, you're on your first date, and then that moment comes for you to have your first kiss. You've never kissed someone before.
Oh my God. Awkward.
All alone you were pretending to be the man. And then that time comes, you have no idea what to do. And then you find yourself going. and then the girl stop and look at you. Really?
Well, what if they both don't have experience? So,
well, no one would know who's messing up.
No, that's the fact.
Right? But, dating, some could say it's like a game.
Dating can be tough.
Yeah, it could be tough. And listen, was it tough for me?
Was it?
No. Well, we knew each other.
Right.
We knew each other way, and then we kind of got together. And then we started hanging out more by ourselves because we were hanging out in groups. So in our case, I don't think we experienced some of the fear that most people would or may have in the past.
Yeah, because we know each other.
Because we knew each other before we started getting serious.
And I think too, because we're comfortable. Yeah. Comfort is important too. Like if I know you, but I'm not comfortable around you, that could be different.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. It has to be different. Because if you know the person, you already joked with them before, you kind of know what they're like. Right. They know who you are. You're used to their perfume. They're used to your cologne. Mm-hmm. You've paid each other compliments in the past.
Yeah.
You guys know both of you liked each other. So it's kind of like there's no challenge there.
There's no challenge.
Showing up on a blind date, that's a challenge.
Blind dates. Listen, I've heard story about blind dates. Like it's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah.
Where you think that the person that you actually,
we're
sees online,
and they
right?
show up to be completely different.
And it's like a completely different person. It's just insane. I mean, if you are doing that, be safe. Kudos to you. But I think it's really hard when you are dating online.
Well, not just online, in person it is as well. I mean, yes. We were lucky enough that we didn't experience that because we had a relationship prior. Right. But I think for anyone, especially if you're really young and this is kind of like your first time getting into this, yeah, it'll be a little bit, you'll be a little bit anxious going into it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But here's the thing too, like if you feel like you like first time dating this person, you're not comfortable, bring a friend along, right? Double date.
Yeah,
No?
maybe that.
What are you gonna say? No?
I say no, not bring a third wheel. I thought you were
No. Like if it's like your first time and you like mature enough, you are in your 20s, and you like, okay, I really want to go out. I really want to do this, but then I'm afraid I don't know how to, behave myself. Right. So it's always good to bring a friend or bring a friend. Not like, a single friend. Find you someone who you can bring where there's like four of you guys.
But dating as uncomfortably maybe for some, but we all, when we get into dating, we're looking to get something. Some may say it's a game, we're looking to win a prize. I know,
of course.
I know some guys will date this hot chick looking to see if they can score. That doesn't sound too right, but sometimes that's the case.
That's what it is.
But we all want something at the end. Mm-hmm. However, some ladies are looking to find the right man.
The Prince Charming.
Some men are looking to find the right queen. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't always work out because dating is kind of like testing.
Right.
You're testing to see, are we compatible? Do I like the way they snore? Or not even snore. Do I like the way they eat? Mm-hmm. Do I like, can I really hang out with them talking to me? Are they speaking right?
What does speaking has to do with anything?
I've come across some people, I have to listen, English is not my first language. So there's certain dialects of it you speak. It's tough for me to get you. If I can't understand you, we have a problem. We can't be together. So there's a number of things that could make people incompatible with each other, and I think dating gives you the opportunity to find out what those are. However, there's certain things you could do when you start dating someone. You may be pro at dating, but if you do these things, they're bound to turn the other person off, and they'll probably pick up in the middle of the date and says, you know what, you go back to whomever you keep bringing up. And I'm talking about bringing up your ex during your date.
Listen, This is such a big turn off.
Yeah.
And it is a turn off for a lot of people.
Well, some people are dating, they weren't quite done with whomever they were. They may still be over that person, and sometimes they like to bring up, okay, when I used to be with so-and-so, I like this. Especially when people comes time to sharing about themselves.
Right.
Many times they're not sharing about them as an individual. They're sharing about how their relationships were
in the past.
If I'm on a first date with a girl, now I am never going to be on a first date with a woman because this woman here is going to stay with me forever. But why are you touching me? On the one chance craziness happened and I have to date again, if all you want to talk about is your ex, I'm gone. I'm gone. Because from the get-go, I'm being compared with whoever you were with. Of course. What the hey? If you're not over that person, just go back. If you love them so much, or
just be single.
If you're a guy, if you love her so much, go back to them. So avoid bringing up your ex. If the person asks about your past relationship, make it quick. You know what? It was good. It didn't work out. Here I am.
Oh, it was horrible. It was like
a disaster. Would you care to talk about it? No, it's behind me. I want to move on.
Would you care to talk about it? Well, I hope we have time. Listen, well, long story short, here's what happened.
See, me as a man, if I ask, would you care to talk about it?
And
this is just me showing that, I care about you. But I don't want to hear what craziness.
Or you just like testing me out and see, or just testing her out to see if you really.
Sometimes there are things we ask people. I'm not asking you to just sit in out of the goodness of my heart.
Okay.
To extend a courtesy.
Okay.
I'll ask. Not that I really want to know.
Not that you care.
Now, if I ask someone how you doing, I expect you to kind of tell me how you doing. This way, if something's going on, maybe I can help. But there's many other things that I may ask.
Right. Listen, yes, I definitely agree with you, honey. I feel like first date is all about getting to know each other and finding out if we have chemistry together, right?
Leave the ex out of it.
Not about, talking about your ex and compare, he was tall, he was white, or he was black, or no. I mean, I think
he was good looking.
He was good looking. Compared to my ex, I feel like you're like a 9,
Don't do that.
Yes.
And that goes for men as well, not just ladies.
Right.
Listen, if you're a man and you keep bringing your ex in that conversation, I would expect that girl would do the same thing. They're like, you know what? If you love her so much, you can go back to her.
True.
Yeah. So avoid your ex. It's not worth it. Don't bring
yes.
You're not with them for a reason.
You're not, exactly. And just think about the person that you're with. And if you see a future, I mean, I guess you can't really see a future if it's your first date. Right?
Well, you can click so much with this person. You can see yourself.
Like when you guys start talking and drinks are coming and you like talking, having a great conversation. I mean, one thing I would say for sure, don't bring up marriage or kids like on the first date. I had friends who actually talk about if they're like in their late, 20s.
If the clock is ticking.
I mean, I don't know about that. They're late 20s and they're like, okay, they bring up marriage and they bring up kids. I like to get married. Like, for instance, I'm actually watching last weekend. I binge watched Married at First Sight. I was so far behind. I thought I was like, okay, episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, damn, how many episodes have I missed? But I watched this show and this girl is 37 years old and she's like, of course, married to this guy who's 20 something, 27 or 25.
Wow, the guy's a lot younger than she is.
But here's the thing. She wants to have kids next year. She wants to have kids. Mind you, she's making great money. She has her own business. She's her own boss. She's making great money, right? But she's like...
What does the guy think?
I mean, he's for it, though. He's not. My bad. He's not. He's young. He wants to live his life. He's not about having kids next year. He's like, maybe 2 or 3 years, but not right now. And here's another thing, too. She asked him when to see a therapist because as we both know into this, and we need to know how are we managing our marriage, our relationship. I mean, I think it was way too much.
Are they still within the, how long do they give him?
I think they have 8 weeks.
So they're still within that 8 weeks.
They're still within that, yes.
He's a lucky man. He's still got a way out.
Oh my God. Don't bring up marriage. And it's going to scare these people. It's going to scare you off. It's definitely a disaster. Especially if you're not into like, okay, this is our first date. This is the first time seeing you. Why are we talking about kids?
Yeah.
And marriage?
I mean, those first time we meet, it's not the place for that conversation. However, there are people that may click so well. Maybe it may make sense to lead into that conversation. There is such a thing as love at first sight.
Yes.
Oh, I think there may be. Right?
Well, yes.
If you fall into that category and you happen to meet someone else who falls in that category where you both click, made eye contact and you had you had a couple of hours together and you feel, man, this is my soulmate and we bonded right there.
Right.
Okay, but no, it's not something that's common because at the end of the day, one thing guys would feel when a woman bring it up is that, wow, you're like, you're in a hurry. You can't wait for this thing to happen. I even know what you look like naked or something.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going to go there. Okay.
Right. So, but if it makes sense, but I think on the regular, with normal people, sometimes that's not the place to bring it up.
Naked.
Yeah. There's certain things you have to know first before you think of that.
Here's my way. Here's what I want to say. I don't know about the naked part. Here's what I want to say. The thing is, the way you can see if the person is really into like family or marriage or wants to have kids, you can ask them, how close are you with your family? And do you have any siblings? You guys are close. That way, I think I kind of give you a little hint whether if it's like really into like family. Like you can tell them I have nephews. They're really fun. Them? That way, that kind of give you an idea that he likes kids. And okay, there we go.
Okay, so she's got a trick to find out if your man's into kids.
I'm just saying.
Or if they have any like other siblings married.
Yeah, and if they're close, if they're close to their family, like are you close, or you guys are like hang out on the weekends, or you guys are talking on the phone every day, all day.
I don't know about that. If you're talking every day, all day, then you have some other issues.
I'm only saying this because I know my husband know how much I talk to my parents.
Yeah, but
every day, all day.
Gauge it to see if it makes sense. I'll tell you, most of the time it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Nah, so
No.
save it for maybe the 3rd, the
No.
4th, the 5th,
Yeah, maybe.
the 7th, the 8th. You gauge it,
Maybe
but don't kind of lead with it on the first.
Yeah.
Day, right.
Yeah. First date, and sometimes too, it's just that it could be a lot of drinks coming in.
So control how you behave or how you handle your alcohol.
It's really a bad feeling when you like drunk on the first date.
Some people are
You like a party
nice
animal.
nice drunk people. They drunk, they're a little tipsy, but they don't misbehave. Others are like rough drunk people. They get drunk and they do craziness. They dirty up the place.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm home when that happened. I be home, okay? I'm home when that happened.
But control your alcohol. I mean, we all know that under the influence of alcohol, some of us don't behave the best, and some of us could be taken advantage of.
Right.
So to avoid that from happening, especially, listen, if you're looking to have fun, just have fun. If that date is just for you to get your fling on and have fun and chill, and you don't have no intentions of building any future with this person, yeah, do whatever you want.
Then it turns out to be a one-night stand.
But if that's what you're looking for, then that's it. But if you're looking to build something long term, a life with this person, yeah, control. Hey, listen, I think people should be able to enjoy themselves, and if you can have a couple of drinks, that's fine. But know your limit, because at the end of the day, you can leave a bad impression in that person's face.
Yeah.
If you happen to go beyond what your limit is.
Yes.
Believe me. Some guy will be like, great. This is my opportunity.
Advantage of you, yeah.
Others will be like, geez, I don't think I want to hang out with you anymore. You got issues. Right. Yeah. I mean, depends on who you're dealing with. They may see it. Yeah. I'm going to get lucky. I'll just be like, man, you trouble. But know your limit. And make sure that you leave a good impression.
I truly feel like at least 2 glasses of either wine or alcohol.
Listen, if you're a
2
lightheaded
shots,
person,
if you're light, don't drink at all. Like me, don't drink. Even though sometimes I smell alcohol and I get tipsy. That's how much I am so sensitive to alcohol. I cannot drink.
yeah,
But when I'm home, I do drink because I know I'm home. If I need to like really get over something, I will drink because I know I am in my comfort zone.
yeah. And her and I, we can have a one night stand.
Okay.
She doesn't know I can take advantage of her, you know?
Then I'm
Drinking around me. So
yeah.
on the next date we go to.
Okay. Then we'll do that. Okay, I got you, babe.
But then again, you're difficult to handle.
How am I difficult to handle?
I have to literally carry her because she can't balance herself. I have to make sure that she can hold her food in if she had been eaten.
And I don't.
And so you become a
handful.
A handful. So no. And I can't even take advantage of her when she does that because she's a handful. So no drinking.
Well, then it's like
no getting drunk.
But then it's more like, to me, I feel like it's work for you because
it is work.
Because whenever I get drunk, I always threw up.
Good thing it doesn't happen that often.
It doesn't
Maybe
happen at
once
all.
every
Like,
2 years?
Yep, that's it. Yeah. On my
Yeah.
birthday, yes. Most of the times, right?
Nah, it happens more on New Year's Eve when we get
New Year's
together
Eve.
at your parents.
It happened recently this year.
At her mother's birthday. Yeah, it happened. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
What did happen on my mom's birthday?
but it happened. It happened recently.
It happened on Saturday.
But oh no, yes, you're right. It wasn't at your mother's birthday.
I know.
But control your drinks. You know, if again you can't handle much alcohol, don't get a whole lot.
Don't be like me. Feel
that
like
goes for both the lady and the guy.
yeah.
'Cause men could be just as bad drinking.
And when the baddest start saying things and weird stuff and start talking gibberish, I mean, it's
in some way
like
that may be a good thing. You may see truly what this person is because when you're drunk,
that's true.
you have no filter. You
have no filter. You just say
kinda
whatever.
say whatever's in your head.
That is true.
So, yeah. Now, one thing to avoid, now for people like myself who talks a lot, and obviously,
Ooh.
I don't like to talk about myself. I just talk about stuff. But I know people
You be talking.
who likes. Yeah, I talk, but I talk about things. Not me.
That's true.
There are people that likes to talk about themselves. You know what? I take this back. They love to talk about themselves.
Yeah, it's all about them, not about the other person. I know. I've seen them. I've talked to them. I'm like,
avoid
listen.
talking so much about yourself. Remember, you didn't go to that date to learn about yourself. Give this person a chance to ask you things they want to know.
Yeah.
And don't jump from one thing to another. Before you know it, you're talking about things that the person have no intentions of knowing at this moment. So make it more about that person.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm on a date with you, it's for me to learn about you. Mm-hmm. And obviously when it's your turn to maybe ask me a few things, you get to learn about me. At the same time, don't let you wanting to learn about that person become an interrogation. You have have a list of questions. You going down the list. I want to, okay, tell me about this. They're done. You have no response. You kind of jot down your notes.
Right.
And you're going to, okay, you mentioned that and that. So tell me what happened. And it's all open-ended questions, by the way. You can't say a yes or a no.
Yeah.
You got to answer with sentences and then follow up. So don't make it that way. Talking about yourself can be bad, but one thing that's just as bad is not talking at all. Spending a lot of times on your phone.
Oh my God, that is so true.
Listen, I've seen cases where people are together and it's almost like they're strangers to each other. The one there is buried in their phone and this one's here doing the same thing and there's no communication. So if you're on a first date, maybe keep your phone away, just don't leave it at home. You may need it. But don't let it be the center of attention.
Yeah, I definitely agree because listen, people be on their phone tweeting, texting, liking,
scrolling down social media,
commenting. It's like, dude, what are you doing? We're on a date. Yeah. I should be the attention here, or we should be giving each other like.
Well, yes, I mean it's about two people getting together to learn about each other. If I need to learn whether or not how much time you spend on your phone, we wouldn't go on a date. But if I dress up, maybe pick you up or meet you at a place, the goal is for us to have conversation, hang out with each other, not with our phones. So if I'm on a first date with you and you're spending all your time on your phone,
yeah,
you're not gonna get a second one.
No, I definitely agree.
If I'm hungry, I'll stay and eat. If I'm not hungry, I'll be like, you know what? Right. I think I gotta get to something. I forgot. I apologize. I'm gone.
Oh my God, baby, that is so rude. You would do that?
It's not in my
personality. I don't see you doing that.
But if this person is like this and they're just, but that's one way for someone to tell you I'm not interested in you. You know that, right?
Well, yes, I get it. But I think sometimes it's like, hey, common sense in a way.
But I could fake a logical emergency.
Like the old lie, my grandma or the dog, something happened to the dog. I gotta go.
We have a family emergency. I gotta go. I'll catch up with you. I'll call you.
We'll this is clearly a sign. I'll catch up with you. That's not gonna happen because here's the thing: you don't have my phone number. So
I'll get it from you, just so you don't feel too bad.
The only reason why I feel like, phone can be on the table, whether if we're exchanging our contact or if we are following each other on social media, then yes, that's the only time. But for you to be like,
spending all your time
on your phone, like, it's like, yo, what are we doing here? Especially those teenagers, babe. I've seen them on dates. Like, I think we went to the steakhouse a few months back, and there was two couples next to me. They were both on their phone. I'm like, then what are we doing here? Yeah, I understand we don't want to be home, want to be out, but
they want to eat some steak. They figured they'd go to a steakhouse. They were only there to eat, not to talk.
Listen, I know nowadays people are so into their technology, their phone. Why are we even here? Well, we could have just text each other, hey, how you doing? How you been?
But some people could have better conversation with you via text than they could in person.
True.
So maybe they should have dated. If you find yourself in a date where the person's buried themselves in their phone, you can easily ask him, would it be easier if we do this over text?
I'll be like, why go through all that? No, I don't want you.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go through all that. I'm being honest. I wouldn't go through all that because if you're not into me, clearly you're not into me. If you like constantly texting or constantly on your phone, that's like a sign where I'm not interested. But let me know so I can call the cab and come and pick me up so I don't waste my time sitting here.
Well, there's two ways of looking at this. There are people that may behave this way because they don't know how to do it any other way.
They don't know how to communicate.
I've seen parents with their children at the restaurant. The children's on their phones. Their parents are on their phone. How do you expect someone like this, when they get to the point that they're dating, to even hold a conversation with someone?
Right.
Let alone a stranger. I mean, if you sit together as a family, you're not conversating.
Yeah.
How would you be able to hold a conversation with a stranger? So either way, I wouldn't have it.
Either way, we don't. Here's the thing about my husband and I.
We have it. If you're doing it because you don't know how to, then we're going to have a problem. Because I like to talk to people. I like to learn about people. If you can't do that, then we can't conversate. So what's the point of us getting together?
We can't. Unless if we're like, taking the pictures or we're like posting it. Hey, I'm at here. I'm here and there.
I mean, there could be a legitimate reason where
people
we
like to check in, right? People like to check in on
I
social
don't
media
check
where
in.
they are.
So if you're with me, you're going to check yourself in. Don't put me on your check-in.
Why not? We're checking in together. Like,
I don't want people to know where I am.
Oh my God, baby, you're so weird.
No, here's the thing.
You're so old.
And then this is going to be, no, not that I'm old. I take a vacation and I'm out of the country. I'm checking in saying, hey, I am in that place. All I'm telling everyone is my house is unprotected. There's no one there. There's not going to be anyone there for the next 2 weeks. Oh, yes, my car's sitting in the driveway. Come install the catalytic converter. What do you, I think this is a way of advertising. Hey, I'm out.
Right. I'm out of state. I'm out of town.
My place is vacant. My home is empty. You can come in. No, yes, I have alarm and so forth. But I don't want to publish everything I do. So if I'm with you, don't check in. I don't want Facebook to know where I eat. I don't want Google to know where I am. No. I want to listen, if someone sees me there, they sees me. But I'm not going to broadcast it.
Oh my God.
This is where I am. That's the kind of guy I am. So if I'm with you, you want to check in on your own. Don't put me in your check-in.
I'm telling you guys, this man is so old. My husband is so old.
This has nothing to do with being old.
He's a young man with an old mind.
Listen, take it from someone who does marketing, social media. Everything you put on there that gives the company enough data to kind of put you in certain bucket. I don't want to be in anyone's bucket.
Lord.
Why do you think the company allows you to check in?
So you can advertise
for
other people that may be interested in going there
that
one
allows
day.
them to see what your preferences are. So when some company's marketing and they want to catch people who's interested in this, you pop up right on that list. I don't want to be on anyone's list.
Here's my thing. When I used to have my Android phone, wherever I go,
Google asks you, how is that place?
How is that place? I'm like, wait a minute. Are you checking wherever I go? Like literally, I would go to this location and then I'll get like a notification. How was Publix or how was Moe's or how was this place? And I'll be like, wow.
So some of it happens automatic
anymore.
But I don't want no one to know where I am. So if you're with me,
I get it.
Check in on your own. Don't include me on your check.
I get it.
Don't say with so and so. No, don't do that.
I used to, but he don't like it, so I don't do it no more. So
no.
Like I said, he's a young man with an old mind, so I understand. And I know one thing I want to say for the ladies. I didn't do it on the first date, but don't wear something that's going to reveal too much. We want our body. I'm not saying like wear church clothes, okay? I know my husband was like wear church clothes, but no, we're not about grandma's clothes. We're not going to church. We're not about to wear like church clothes here. Wear something appropriate.
But don't wear something like you're going to the strip club either.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You actually, sending the wrong signal if you do that.
Yeah.
Unless if you want to go to the strip club
Don't wear
afterwards.
something you're about to get on a pole on.
Oh my God,
Right?
baby.
And for the guys, don't wear something that you would normally go outside to wash your car in.
Something wrinkled.
Right? Make sure your shirt is ironed. Make sure your pants is clean.
Tight.
Your shoes is clean.
Got a nice haircut.
Wash your car before you go.
Yeah.
So things that makes it presentable. Because what I say is when you go on a date with someone, you're meeting someone for the first time. Maybe you've met before, but this is officially time for you and this person. Make sure you're presentable. Now, again, I'm not saying go and buy a tuxedo, wear a tie, or even wear a shirt. You can wear a t-shirt, a polo shirt, whatever it may be. But make sure it's something that's presentable. Something that says, I'm going to something important. Now, if you take your lady to a fancy restaurant, yes,
somewhere.
Put on a blazer. Look the part. Which means I'm serious. I'm looking to do something that maybe will be the rest of my life.
Listen, don't wear something like as if you're going to a job interview, okay? I'm just saying.
I did say don't wear a tie. You don't have to wear a tie.
No, I'm talking for the ladies. Don't wear something like you're going to a job interview where you got on blazer, you got on a t-shirt underneath it. No.
Bring in a resume or something.
A little peekaboo is okay. I say this, I'm going to say it again. A little peekaboo is okay.
What is that? We show some cleavage?
Nice there's nothing wrong with that.
We show some butt?
I'm not talking about the butt. I mean, it depends how your body is. If you're the type like myself who, when whatever clothes that you wear, it's out there.
Shows your shape?
You're not, right. You're not in control of that. Okay. But if you have a little cleavage here, little top that shows a little cleavage, and you have either a blazer, over it, it's cool. You got a nice dress underneath.
Don't look uptight.
Don't look uptight. Okay, just I don't know. I guess then again, it depends on where you're going. Sometimes it could be the location. If it's a fancy place that he's taking you, then you need to look uptight. Okay, you gotta put your game on.
Yeah.
But if it's like a laid back, let's just go chill and eat some barbecue. No, sir, don't take me to eat barbecue the first date anyway.
But you could go on a date anywhere. Maybe it's a walk in the park. Then dress according to that, right? What I say is, nicely ironed clothes is always a good thing. Listen, I'm into keeping my clothes nicely pressed and ironed.
Yes.
I'm a pro at ironing stuff. That's kind of me.
Yes, you are. So, dress to impress, I would say, because first impression really matters.
Yeah.
Don't come dressed for the gym. Don't wear your...
Well, you could have a date at the gym if that's the case.
Hello, somebody. No.
Listen, if we both into working out, yes, we can have a
unless
date
if we're going to stop by a Starbucks and get some drinks or whatever, then yeah, it's okay. But no.
Well, wherever your date would be, dress according to that environment, just so you can be comfortable.
And if he's gonna surprise you, ask him what.
Yeah, I always kind of have an idea where you're going.
Yeah.
Now you may not know the place, but at least ask, hey, how should I dress?
Yeah.
This way you don't show up in
he'd be like, wear a dress.
You could show up in
nice
something
dress
that would be appropriate for a nice sit down restaurant, but he takes you to go walk in the sand at the beach. You're like, what the heck?
True.
Yeah. So one thing after your date, it's I know sometimes if you had a good conversation, you kind of click, things seems up and up.
Up and up.
You may want to take this person to your place.
Okay.
But remember, taking to your place would most likely lead to something else. Now, if that's what you want, that's what you both want, by all means, let it happen. But on the first date, that could give the wrong signal.
That's a no-no.
That could lead, especially that could lead the guy to think, yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
How easy have you been? And how easy will you be? Because sometimes you could go on a date with someone else. Maybe you were testing out to see who is. And then you go easy with that. So guys, we think of this way, especially when we're looking to build something. we think of, is this person just out there? And if you're out there, you're not for me. So don't give the wrong signal. Yeah, I'm not saying don't go home. Go home with the person maybe after a few dates when you really get to know who they are. And think of the safety aspect of it too, right? The person could be a serial killer.
Yeah, and it's dangerous especially nowadays, there's a lot of crazy people out there. So just be safe and don't be like, oh, I got to take you to my place because I have a rooftop that's like over the top crazy, and then I want you to see, and then come to find out that's not his place, that's his homeboy place, and that's not like, all his stuff. No, because Mr. Nice Guy can turn into Mr. Crazy Guy, okay? Like if we had a good time, drinks was coming, laughing, giggling and all that, God knows what could happen next. So I would definitely say, listen, once the night is over, the night is over. Dinner's done. All right, it was nice knowing you. It was nice, going
meeting
on first
you.
Date
let's plan
with
for
you.
the next one.
There you go, and that's it. Again, like my husband say, if you are one of those people who are looking for that one night stand, then
so sleeping on the first date is never a good thing.
Then it's not a good thing because.
That's why she didn't do me on the first date.
I would not. My dad always say this to me. He always says that I'm not a piece of meat, and therefore you don't want to touch too much. Right? Especially if you are really looking for a committed relationships, you don't want to do that on the first date. Don't give up the cookie like Steve Harvey said. Don't give it up. You don't want to sleep on the first date because it doesn't represent you well. It's not a good thing. I'm sure guys are like thinking of,
listen,
okay,
it's good to have fun if that's what you're looking for, right? If the intention of this whole thing was for you to have fun, for the moment and then move on, yes. But if you're looking to build something, for the rest of your life, then yes, it's okay to hold back. Because I tell you, if this person is serious enough and they really see some value in you and being with you, they will wait.
Right.
They will. So don't give it up too easily.
And sometimes just because you give up so easily thinking that he's into you, I don't think so. Right? That's like a false.
If you have to give it up to ensure that, you keep this person around, then no. If you have to do that, then this person may hang around for a little bit longer, but they're not going to stay around for long. Right. Now, I know that there are dates where you really clicked, great conversation, great personality. We have so many things in common. The feelings will be there. Mm-hmm. The feelings, the urge to go further would be there. Resist it. Just remember, you know what? If you click this much with this person, there'd be a whole lot more time to do this. Mm-hmm. So hold back a little. Yeah. This way, if this person had any other agendas in mind, they'll probably sit back and go, you know what? I want to hang around. Yeah. This girl's really good for
me. Like I like her.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Appreciate her. Yeah. She didn't give it up like that other girl that went on the first date.
Yeah.
Or she's a keeper, Yes, she got her stuff together. She knows what she brings to the table. She knows what she is.
She values herself.
She values herself, right? So don't be like the other girl that gave it up with the first date, okay? Because here's the thing. That makes you look forward to the second date.
Of course.
And it makes you want to see what's there, if there's more. And because you guys click so much in the first date, you have so much chemistry, you were yourself. You wouldn't pretend to be somebody else. Your second date will be like, it seems like we've known each other for like years. And because we had so much chemistry, and now things may happen on the second date, maybe a kiss. And then
you mentioned pretending. Yeah. That could be bad. If you pretend on your first date, you're going to have to pretend on your second date.
True.
On your third date. In fact, you may have to pretend for the rest of your life, which is not possible.
Right. That's hard.
Don't lead with pretending. Just be you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying bring all your bad habits. We all have some bad habits.
Baggage.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Don't pretend you're a different person than who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, if I don't have a crazy nice car, I don't have a crazy nice car. I'm going to come with what I have. If I'm not a rich man, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a rich man and I could just throw money away. No.
Yeah. Look at your boy bling bling and his car.
Or if I'm not going to rent or borrow my boy's place to take you over to show that I have a nice place. No. If I live with my parents, I'm going to tell you. No, don't say that on the first date. Just don't take her home.
That's what you
don't
did.
Don't bring this up on the first date that you live with your parents.
Did you? I thought you did.
You knew I lived with my parents already. I didn't have to bring that up.
I was like, what?
And that was no secret. She knew that I was still living at home.
I was like, still living at home?
I saved the boatload of money. But anyway, be who you are. Don't pretend to be someone you're not.
Right.
Because if you start the first, second, third, if you start the first date on pretending, you're going to have to pretend on the second date. Otherwise, this person right off that can see you as a fake if you change from one to the other in the second. So however you are, just be that. Yeah. And if this person wishes to have a second date, they'll have a second date with the real you.
Yes.
Not the pretend one.
Right.
Yeah. So
think about if it's a rental that you're having to rent the car and you said it is your car.
And when you go to rent it again for the second date, it's not available. Or your buddy says, I'm not lending you my car again. I got to take my girl out.
Oh my God. This will be a disaster. So don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't pretend to be somebody else you're not, because just be you. Be your authentic self, okay? Be you.
Be you. So on that note, we thank you guys for listening to our podcast on the things you should not do on your first date. So again, we shared these obviously based on not all experience, because some of those things I didn't do when I dated Cece. But those are just some stuff. I'm sure there's a whole lot more that could come up. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I'd say if you're dating someone and you're looking for something, you're looking to build a life with this person, just know there's certain behaviors that may not be appropriate for that time. And if you're looking to build something with this person, you're going to have a second date and do your best to have a second date. Now,
follow up. Yeah,
follow up is important. Hey, listen. It'll be a good idea after she gets home and you get home, you send her a nice text and let her know how nice this was. That's a follow-up.
You did that.
And the next day, you can send a quick text in the morning. I hope you had a good night. Now, don't stalk her. Don't keep texting her every 2 minutes. That's not good. So that's me saying that, hey, if you're dating someone, or if you're going on a date with someone, the first date will give you an idea as to whether this person is worth a second date. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, go on the second date. However, there's certain things that you may want to avoid doing on the first date because they would reduce your chances of getting a second date. Mm-hmm. And believe me, if I had a first date with a nice young lady, I would sure want a second date.
Of course. Same
so
here.
I'm dating my woman again.
That's right. All over again.
I know. So thank you very much for listening. We appreciate you guys listening to our podcast today. Please share and subscribe.
You gotta tell her the way I like it, baby. Okay, Come on now.
Let me say the way she likes it when you like it. She likes it when you comment on it. She likes it when you subscribe. She likes it when you click on the notification bell so we can notify you when these videos come out.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I don't know. Did you say subscribe?
Yes, I did.
You said share.
I said that.
You said click the bell.
Yes, I said that.
You said like.
I said that.
And then you're done.
I'm a good man. So we thank you very much for listening to our podcast, and we will see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Peace.